know styrofoam can take 500 years to break down in a landfill.
Since 1950, half the world's tropical forests have been lost.
In most households, about 40% of the water is literally flushed down the toilet.
If a faucet leaks 60 drops per minute, you could waste almost 200 gallons of water per month.
1/4 of motor oil can contaminate up to
If everyone lived like an average American, it would take 5 planets to sustain
Every kind of
ourselves.
recycled paper saves almost 400 gallons of oil.
Americans use an estimated 2.5 million plastic bottles per hour, and hardly any of it gets recycled.
Everyone talks about saving the planet, but it's really about saving the people on the planet. It's about saving our own humanity so that we can exist here. Whether it's your children, saving money, clean air, clean water, no matter what your motivation is, that's where I think sustainability can tie it all together.
Why be sustainable now is the question every building owner is asking today, because they see the costs that are associated with it. Two of the misconceptions that are out in the marketplace today are that LEED EV and LEED is difficult to achieve and expensive. We've debunked that myth in the past 70 buildings that we did. We have found that the first 70 buildings, the average cost to get LEED certified was $96,000, and the average savings brought about was $65,000 annually. So when you look at that, you're an owner of a portfolio of 20 buildings, we're talking substantial savings. And in a down economy, we're able to go to our shareholders or investors and report back to them really good news in a down economy.
As we got into the project, we very quickly realized that there was going to be a very good financial payback, and that's because so much of LEED certification is focused around energy and energy conservation. So for around $600,000 incremental, we're able to save $256,000 a year. So as you can see, the payback's pretty fantastic. Compared to other capital projects that one might put into place, it's as good or better than anything else from an ROI perspective. You know, it's pretty basic math. Much of sustainable performance is based around conservation. If you're conserving something, you're not using it. If you're not using it, you're not paying for it. It's something that we should have all done a long time ago, and it's just smart business. It's not about tree hugging.
The lowest cost is oftentimes the most energy consuming. And so we looked at the life cycle cost of equipment and systems. They tend to come with a less energy consuming equipment. That translates into bottom line dollar savings, while at the same time improving the environment. You pay a little bit more on the front end, but over the life cycle cost, it tends to be a beneficiary.
You know, it has clearly given us an advantage on leasing the building. You know, we have our three largest tenants in this building. You could argue that had the building not been LEED certified, you know, I'm not sure we would have gotten all 3 of those deals. I know it was very important in the tenants' decision making. In the world of keeping buildings full, any edge that one has leasing is dollars and cents. It's a big deal.
A study called The Cost and Financial Benefits of Green Buildings indicates that for a potential $4 increase per square foot for a green building, you get much more than that in paybacks over the 20-year life of the building. For example, the water and energy savings would be about a $6 per square foot payback. The commissioning value would be about $8.50 payback. And then the productivity increases of the occupants in the building can be somewhere between $30, even up to $55 per square foot over the 20-year life. Our focus at Lionakis is to provide the best value for green building projects that we can using the least amount of added cost.
From the very beginning, when the Lionakis team led the first charrette and brought all of the project team together, that included the board of directors, some of the key staff people, all the consultants. We had a weekend workshop that really lit a flame and set the vision forward. So we had that as a touchstone and as a foundation to the whole process.
We didn't have the answers, but we used people and resources like Lionakis
to assist us in that endeavor. And I think the end product, while it's still about 14, 15 months away, I think it's something that the region can be very proud of.
Lionakis is a great team to work with because they bring a wealth of knowledge and experience with them about sustainable buildings, about LEED certification. They were able to help us kind of formalize what our overall strategy was and then to deliver the tactical approach to meet that strategy. On top of that, they could rely on the pool, the wealth of information and personnel that they have involved in architecture and engineering to help support all of those efforts. So at the end of the day, it's kind of a turnkey approach that Lionakis delivered, which was a great benefit to a company kind of learning the ropes with sustainable building.
Lionakis has been successful at achieving higher levels of LEED certification at nominal added costs. The benefit to you is increased marketability for your space and added value. Additionally, LEED buildings see lower energy and water usage, as well as increased productivity gains within the building.
But we need to also address why. And sustainability is the smart thing to do. If we stop and we look back at how the auto industry has changed over the years with fuel-efficient cars and being efficient there, why wouldn't we want to look at our buildings and be efficient? The efficiency in our buildings not only helps the environment, but it's going to also help our pocketbook, and it's the right thing to do. We can continue to ignore it, or we can do the right thing and make the decision to pursue it.
So not only are you benefiting your employees, you're benefiting your electric bills, you're benefiting the environment. It's just everybody wins.